Mario and his friends took the space byway and merged into the Woe Zone. Known to some as the Space Graveyard, it was said to consume all who entered it. Just a little bit longer. We'll be arriving soon, said young Squirps. With his unblinking eyes glimmering, Squirps continued to forge ahead. Would Mario and his friends get their hands on the pure heart at long last? We're here, Squiggle. This is the Woe Zone. Squirps has finally arrived. Squiddly. Squirps is here. Squirps can't wait. Squirps is going to scurry ahead. Follow Squirps when you can. But remember, Space Grunts, this place is a super complicated maze. You'll get lost before you know it, so pay attention to where you're going, Squirp. Well, Squirps will see you guys later at the spot where the pure heart waits. I can't believe that creature left us at a time like this. But I must say, I do feel the presence of the pure heart. It's somewhere in the zone. Anyway, welcome to the Woe Zone, a somewhat complicated maze. Squirps kind of makes it out a little bit more than it should. It's actually not too complicated. I mean, if you don't know the path, it can be a little complicated with all the doors. But it's pretty easy if you know the path, and plus if you played the game practically like 4 times like I have. But anyway, this is the last chapter of chapter 4, I think is what we're in. Anyway, I'm gonna try and narrate as good this as I can. In the second room, you want to flip to 3D and go up here to this area right here, and I did not mean to get the slow flower, but anyway, once you come in here, switch over to Peach and cross this gap over here and enter this room on the bottom. And then once you're in here, you cannot go anywhere past this enemy, so you want to use Mario to flip to 3D to bypass this enemy, and in here you'll get the Dimension Key. And then let's use a catch card on this enemy right here. And we'll get the Barabad card, another one of the cards only available by catch card or card shop. Anyway, switch back over to Peach and head back to the room we were in before, is what you want to do. And then once you're in here, you can finally enter this door right here, which I believe there's a, at the end of this. Oh, I don't like this enemy. This enemy right there? Do not like it. It will be my worst enemy later on in an area I do not like. But, I don't have a catch card for this enemy. I wish that I did. But anyway, once you get to this room, flip to 3D, and then you can climb these stairs right here, jump over to the other side, kill these enemies if you want to, and then right here is where you can use the Dimension Key. It's basically like if you come over here, then you realize that you need a Dimension Key, so you have to kind of backtrack to find it, but if you get it before, you can save yourself some time. Kind of like speed running tactics. Anyway, let's just make this pig get out of the way, and enter this door right here. Once in here, the gravity gets a little glitchy on you, and you kind of have to work your way around and figure out ways about the Wii Remote. Now, this is not where you're supposed to enter, because you can't progress if you enter this door right here. So what you want to do is come back up here to this top area and switch over to Peach. And then with Peach, you can cross this gap. And the controls are a little funny, but it's kind of a little easy to figure out. It's not that difficult. And then once you're in this room right here, use Mario to flip to 3D. After I, defeat some enemies and get them out of my way here. Anyway, when here, flip to 3D and drop down to this area right here, and you're gonna want to hit this gravity switch right here, which will make everything, the gravity go upside down, and now we'll be up here, and now I'm out of energy, so we're gonna use a space food. Wait. Okay, good. I used a space food, so why did it increase my health by 50? That makes no sense. The thing only heals my HP by 10. Anyway, now you'll be up here, upside down, and then you're gonna want to use Peach again to jump over the gap. Then switch over to Mario to flip to 3D to find a hidden door, and then you can enter it. It's a little confusing switching back between Peach and Mario, but luckily it's not like time-consuming and real difficult to switch over. Anyway, there's a dimension key, and it's for that door down there. And now we kind of have to backtrack to that area where I told you the second area that we used Peach to cross the gap. We are going to want to head back to that area because it's the area that we want to go to. I'm kind of bad at explaining, but you want to go back to that area that I showed you before. We were on the left side of the wall, and head into that door to go into the right side of the wall. That'll make sense when we actually, you know, get there. But anyway, this should make sense now, because this is where you wanted to go. We were on the left side, and then now we're on the right side. Now work your way down here, trying not to get hit by enemies, and enter this door right here. And now we're in that room that we were up on the top ceiling before, and if you flip to 3D, you probably noticed it. When you first came in this room, you flipped to 3D, there is a pipe right here for you to get coins. Just a nice little area for you to get coins. Not much here. If you want to take the time to get coins, take the time to get coins. I'm just trying to show everything that there is in the game. One more coin, and then we can progress. And with that dimension key that we got up there on the ceiling, we can use it on this door right here. And then once in here, use this gravity switch to make everything go upside down. And then we're going to use another gravity switch to make us go right side up. And then you're going to want to use Tippy's powers right here to identify this door. There's a hidden door here, and she'll make it visible for us. And then we can head inside. Now once in here, there's going to be these weird enemies that we sort of met in the space chapter, but they're essentially the same creature, they're just colored green. But you want to use that gravity switch, which will make you appear on the left side of the wall. Use it to reach the ceiling, and then I don't think you want to enter this door yet. You want to hit it one more time to actually to be on the right side of the room. Kill these enemies if you want to. I wish I had a catch card to actually get those enemies. And then you're going to want to enter this right side room right here. And once in here, travel this way to this door. And then you'll end up on the bottom. Come over here, hit some switches. Don't do that. Enter this door, and then you'll end up on the ceiling here. Then you're going to want to get this the third dimension key, which is right here. And then go back to that main 4 gravity switching room. I think that's what I'm gonna call it, the 4 gravity switching room. I didn't know, but you can actually use, I think you can actually use a catch card on those bad mushrooms. Who knew? I think you can. I think the next one, I'm gonna try and use a catch card on it. I'm gonna try that. But anyway, come over here, hit the switch twice to end up on the left side of the room, and you're gonna want to head up to the ceiling where that door was up on the top. That's the area that we want to go to. Hit the switch once, and then enter this door. And believe it or not, that is the end of the woe zone. I recommend you save, and I recommend that you also hit those blocks on the other side to get some HP, some of those mushrooms. And I'm gonna use the honey jar for more energy, since there's an upcoming battle. And like I said, believe it or not, that is the end of the woe zone. Not very much a difficult maze at all. Now I recommend Doru for this next battle, and let's go on to a battle. Slowpokes. Squawkles. Squirks was tired of waiting. Squirks almost gave up. The pure heart that you're looking for is just ahead, Space Grunts. Squirks, you've done well. You're a smart kid. Squirple Squeeze, stop it. Squirps is embarrassed. Wait, whose voice was that, Squo?
Oh.
Squirp. Look familiar? Who are you? Oh, me, just one of Count Black's more promising minions, the Green Thunder. Mr. L. Mr. L? I don't need you to tell me it's a cool name, I know it, don't bother memorizing it. Why? Because I'm about to give you a burial at sea. I mean, a burial at space. Just because you're in red doesn't mean you're strong, have at you. And with that, it's time for a battle against Mr. L, someone who should look pretty familiar to any one of the Mario series. Now I recommend for this is going to be a 2-part battle. I recommend using Bowser and not do what I'm doing, but step further away and blow fire at him, bounce on him, because Bowser can do way more damage than any of the other characters. Another thing that I recommend is for you to have Thoru here, because he will try to use some shroom shakes, and what you can basically do is you can actually steal them, so that's nice. Or you could just hit them and not steal them at all. But anyway, I guess there's but one thing to do. Come to me, metal bro. And this begins the second half of the battle. And I like the second half of the battle. Do you like him? That is my dear metal brother. He and I share a spiritual bond, you know. Yes, his name is Probot. Enough playing already, now for pain. Second half of the battle, the gravitational laws of space allow Probot's potential to be realized. Hey, Mr. Gets Full all the time by the other guy with the mustache. I'll foil your face. I'm gonna switch over to Mario, and somehow we get Squirps back on our team, and basically what you want to do is just shoot with all you've got. And there will be power-ups along the way, yellow, red, blue, green, and purple. They'll each do different things. I don't know them off the top of my head, but that yellow one gives us speed. I know blue is barrier. Green might actually be double the power. And I'm not sure about the other ones. Red is more power. Green is double shot, or something like that. I also recommend having Berry, because if you can't use any of those barriers, it's nice to have Barry the Pixel on your team for, you know, obviously barrier and defense purposes. This power only lasts a short while, so you want to be careful on how you use it and time it carefully. But this battle is pretty easy. As long as you stand out of the way of the bullets and his lasers and lasers charging at you, this battle is pretty easy. Not difficult at all. See what this purple one does. Purple one is splitting. We have two. The reason I recommend taking some shroom shakes from part 1 of the battle is because if you do get damaged here, then you can actually use a shroom shake. Now I just like firing away, and using a green one. Using a green one and firing away is the most helpful because, actually it's the purple, because you can just do this over and over and over and over again. Purple one does like 2 shots at once, just shooting continuously, and you've got this battle in the bag. It's pretty easy. No, you beat Brobot. I'll let you off the hook for the rest of the day, I suppose. But remember this, when fortune smiles, she'll smile right here on Mr. L. I feel like that battle went pretty fast, but a little too fast, maybe. I don't know. We have to pull ourselves together, Space Grunts. The pure heart is ahead. Come on, Squinkles. And with that, let's go after the pure heart, finally. Maybe. Hopefully. Let's see. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Squirps brought them here. Oh, we're here finally. Come on, say hi to Squirp's mommy. Squirp. Yeah, this is Squirp's mommy, the Queen of Scorpia. Her name is Scorpina the 14th. The Queen is your mother, so you are... Squirps is the Prince of Scorpia, a once great kingdom. My true name is Squirp Crogaline Scorpina. Sorry for not telling you. Squirps promised not to tell. It makes Squirps a target. Long ago, Squirp's mother was told that the destruction would come to the world. And in order to protect us from the destruction, we needed the pure heart. So Mommy hid the pure heart in the woe zone where no one could get to it. And so 15,000 years ago, Squirps was put asleep to hibernation capsule. Squirps was meant to bring the hero here to protect the world. Ah, so that's why. The Prince of Scorpia, Squirps, has a message from the Queen to deliver. I bestow upon you the pure heart in the hope that you will save the world. Here, take it, Squirp. Pure heart number 5 in hand. You got a pure heart. Number 5. And with that is the end of chapter. Phew, now that Squirps is all relaxed, Squirps feels kinda tired, said Squirps. And with that, Squirps lay down before the statue of his beloved mother. Mother, he said, his voice soft, I did my best, right? Are you proud of me? And slowly young Squirps closed his eyes. The mission had weighed heavy on his tiny back, and he was proud to fulfill it. And with that, I will see you in the Chapter 5 prologue and the beginning of Chapter 5 on the next Super Paper Mario.